Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to this movie's webinar on how you can build the next OTT success story in the African region. So, my name is Shivashish, and I'll be your host for this today's session. Before we get started with the main presentation, I would like to give you a quick overview of Movie. So, founded in 2010 and headquartered in the United States, Movie was founded with a vision to disrupt the global streaming market. Its Movie today offers a wide range of streaming products, an entire ecosystem, if you ask me, that caters to businesses of all shapes and sizes. So, whether you are a small business looking for a new opportunity or a larger enterprise looking for an upgrade, our scalable and flexible product portfolio for the streaming products can cater and adapt to your all streaming requirements. So, from comprehensive OTT platforms to fast channels, and from on demand streaming to live streaming to video streaming, and from deploying websites and applications and smart TV ecosystems, Movie has a solution for all your streaming needs, which can be accomplished with just a few clicks without the need for you to have any coding knowledge. And the best thing about Movie is now that it has its own streaming focused AI engine called Ali. So, talking about recognition, our flagship product, Movie One, has been rated as the number one OTT platform for G2, a trusted software review platform. And additionally, our streaming solution, Movie Live, was also awarded as the best live streaming product by the readers of the Streaming Media magazine. Additionally, Movie has recently been named in Gartner's 2025 Market Guide for Video Platform Services, and also Movie is also listed in the Frost and Sullivan report in the online video platform category. So that's about Movie. Now coming back to the topic, the African OTT market offers infinite possibilities for both new as well as the old players. Africa is on the verge of OTT transformation, and with the mobile first content consumption skyrocketing, and increased demand in the localized experiences and rapid digital adaptation in the region, the timing has never been better to build and scale a successful streaming platform. Today's session is all about unpacking this opportunity, and to guide us through all of this, we have an expert with us who truly understands this intersection of market reality and streaming innovation. So, our speaker for today is Dipanwita Mukherjee, Business Development Manager at Movie, and she blends business strategy with storytelling to help brands launch, grow, and monetize their streaming platforms. At Movie, she closely works with content creators, broadcasters, organizations across diverse industries, including sports, education, entertainment, fitness, etc. And known for her thoughtful communication, sharp market insights, and deep product know how, Dipanvita helps bridge the gap between vision and execution in the OTT streaming space. So, welcome to the webinar, Dipanvita. And before we get started with the main presentation, I have a small request for the audience. You can keep posting your questions in the Q&A box, and Dipanvita will answer all of them towards the end of her presentation. Over to you, Dipanvita.
Thank you so much, Shivashish, for the wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. And welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. So, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to start with the presentation. Thank you once again for joining. I believe you can see my screen. All right. I think it is visible. Everyone can see it, right? Shivashish, if you can just give me a heads up.
Yes, yes, Dipanvita, it's visible.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. So today's discussion would be about building the next big OTT success story in Africa. Now, to talk about African market, first we need to understand what is the trending, what is trending there, and what about the market size and everything all together. So African OTT market, it's no longer emerging, it's accelerating, to be very honest. The continent is on track to reach almost like 4.3 billion in OTT revenue by 2025, growing steadily towards 6 billion by 2030. Now, to understand the current scenario of Africa, we have to check the pulse of it and go deeper onto it. So, start with the first landscape. What we have studied while talking to our clients to understand their philosophy. So, first is the rapid smartphone penetration. As per the GSMA reports, this is something like I'll talk through some of the numbers for you to understand also what exactly happening. Africa's OTT market, especially the mobile market, will reach 915 million users by 2030. Investment from telecoms is currently huge. It is estimated 7.7 billion will be investment in African network system infrastructure between 2024 to 2030. Now, not only this is what the specifics that we are seeing, but not only that, we have another segment of it, that is the sub-Saharan African region. So that is something we can see that by 2030, some of the top smartphone markets will have 230 million in Nigeria, 140 million in South Africa, and 97 million in Ethiopia. So this basically leads to a Nollywood market, extremely blooming market nowadays. And one of the strongest focus shaping Africa's OTT bloom in the explosion rise of local creators and region specific storytelling, to be very honest. Now, African audiences are increasingly choosing content that reflects their region, reflects their languages, their lived experiences, culture, and this shift to a reshaping what performs well on the OTT platforms. Today, local content constantly outperforms international titles in key market. Nollywood alone practices and produces like 2500 plus films a year, making it one of the largest film industries globally. In East Africa, I can tell you that content creators across Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and etc., they are driving massive short form content consumption. Francophone Africa is seeing a surge in homegrown comedy, drama, lifestyle creators. Platform like iRoku, Afroland TV, or Showmax. In fact, the part is Netflix African slate have proven that African originals drive, engagement and retention far more effectively than the imported catalogs. It can be shocking, but that's the reality, though. Now, with this smartphone first behavior and regional partner with this exclusive deals, what makes this trends powerful is that audience wants to see themselves in screen. It's not only for the Africa but for the every single continent. So audience wants to have themselves on the particularly on the screen. This demand pushing OTT players to invest heavily in the local production, talent deployment, creator ecosystem, regional storytelling, turning a culturally resonant content into biggest competitive differentiator in Africa's streaming landscape. Now, coming to the another point, which is increasement of AVOD, advertisement based platform or a subscription based platform, or maybe a hybrid solution. African consumer are value driven. This is why the region has been 4.5 billion active OTT subscription across major market, strong growth in subscription based platform. Nigeria's subscription revenue rising from 65 million to 110 million by maybe 2028. Then they're coming to another segment is the free and ad supported content that drives the scale, right? Subscription tires drive the revenue. Hybrid models is there, something like you are mixing match, mixing both of it, and then are becoming the winning formula for the African OTT success. So you are not only stuck with one monetization channel. You are giving them your audience, you're giving your audience the opportunity to participate in multiple monetization flexibility. Coming to the next point is the growing appetite of mobile first continent. Africa is becoming the mobile first entertainment economy, and with smartphone users projected like almost it is hitting to maybe 115, over 115 million actually by 2030. The smartphone has become the primary screen. Audience prefers short form content or snackable or low data content, and platforms optimized more mobile streaming are seeing the highest retention and watch time, right? So that is what it is. And to to have in mind, having said that, when it comes to Africa, telecoms are the gatekeeper of OTT. To support this digital shift, infrastructure investment is blooming, and telecom is give hand holding them. Telecom operators and global tech companies are pouring in money. The continent is expected to see over 77 billion investment in mobile networks 20 by 2030. Even World Bank's IFC recently backed. I was just reading on one of the article that World Bank IFC recently backed 100 million data driven data center, basically data center expansion initiative. It's better connectivity, lower latency, smoother streaming, and more affordable data, all essential for the OTT growth. This is what exactly happening is in Africa and the OTT market, to be very honest. Coming to the next slide. Now, Africa's emerging OTT hotspot. See, Nigeria is the continent's fastest growing digital entertainment market, with one of the youngest population in the world, rising smartphone adaptation, a blooming Nollywood ecosystem. Like it's sort of a mix of it, I would say. And Nigeria's OTT revenue growth is going almost like 8%, I would say, 8 to 10%, over 8 to 10%, making it a stronger engine for streaming growth in West Africa. Now coming to Kenya. Kenya is the innovation hub. So it's mobile first, high engagement market with a strong digital payments and some of the growing entertainment advertising spent in Africa. OTT revenue here is almost expanding at 8.5, approximately 8.5 plus, driven by the urban youth and strong creator culture. Now coming to the ultimate, which is the South Africa. South Africa is the most mature and highest value OTT market, with US dollar 200 million plus in annual streaming revenue, better broadband, and higher smart TV penetration. It anchors the region's paid subscription base. The market is expected to add 1.4 billion more OTT subscriber in 2029. Together, this three landscape that you are seeing, this hotspots together, this three market form from the like a power triangle, I would say, for Africa's OTT opportunity. The fast growth in Nigeria, innovation and mobile first behavior in Kenya, and maturity and monetization and strength in South Africa. Again, this is one of the slides that will I will discuss while catering the clients in Africa. What are the major challenges that we have faced so far and we came across, and this can be like challenges for multiple region as well, not only the Africa. So see, Africa's OTT landscape is full of opportunity, that we all know, but succeeding here requires solving a unique set of regional challenges that are very different from very different from Western or Eastern, or I would say, sorry, I would say Asian markets. The most critical hurdles resolve around the infrastructure, payments, content, delivery, device diversity, each and everything. Now, when you work with OTT clients across Africa, one, you cannot treat the continent is as a single market, and you definitely cannot approach it with a one size fits all global template. You cannot. Take content delivery. If I give you an example, a platform might stream flawlessly in Nairobi in the morning, yet struggle in maybe Cape Town at afternoon, and then again beautifully stream in Lagos, right? So why is this? Because of the connectivity is not just inconsistent between the countries. It varies dramatically between within the cities themselves. And I have had clients who told me that our video loads instantly in one neighborhood when buffers endlessly just 5 kilometers away. So this is where the need for multi-cdn flexibility becomes more than a technical choice. It becomes a survival. Global cdns like akamai or cloudfront, AWS CloudFront are present, yes. But what actually saves the experience is when platform can instantly switch it to local African CDN or an ISP preferred delivery mode. The moment the system start routing traffic to the fastest right at the time, the buffering disappears. And if you don't have that flexibility, the result is predictable. Frustrated audience or frustrated users churn faster than they sign up. That is what they do. Now consider payments. A Western platform entering Africa usually expects the same behavior. It would be credit cards, PayPal, other payment gateways, in-app purchases, or maybe the offline viewing and etc. But as one Kenyan partner once told me that if you if you don't support mobile money, you won't survive a week here. Why? Because he was right though, because credit card penetration is shockingly low in African countries. Meanwhile, the mobile wallet, something like M-Pesa, Momo, Airtel Money, Tigo Pesa, and this is something like a real financial infrastructure for them. Imagine a user excited to pay for your content that they are seeing, but unable to pay it because of your platform doesn't support a wallet they use 10 times a day. Platform that skip this kind of things loses 70% of potential paying subscribers on day one. The audience is willing to pay, they just expect you to meet them where they operate, where they are already there. And that is how you need to operate basically. In Africa, telcos are not only the just a service provider, they are the identity, they are the financial hub and daily life. If I talk about MTN, Airtel, Safaricom, there's Vodafone, they are not merely networks, they are the ecosystem. A Nigerian OTT founder once told me that if MTN carries us, we grow. Otherwise, it may have a chance that we die. That's a huge statement, though. That's a huge statement. But this is what it is. Direct carrier billing is the golden breach here. Direct carrier billing. Whether someone uses a prepaid SIM or a postpaid SIM, whether they top up $5 or 50 cents, they can pay still like for the subscribe and renew, right? Or pay and buy or pay per view stream. No cards, no forms, or no friction. Just it's just a one click and watch, subscribe. And that simple convenience is often all it takes to scale across millions. The challenges, depends once you move to the living room. Now this is one of the part of it, but now it's coming to your home. Samsung, LG, Apple, Roku, this is all there. It does exist, but Africa's reality is very different. Hisense TV, once we entered in this market, once we started communicating with our clients, sorry, our clients, and we have started talking to them, we have studied their market, we got to understand that Hisense TV dominates entire region, especially in South Africa, where over a million connected, Hisense TV form of the backbone of the home streaming. But these devices are not always as powerful as Western counterparts, right? It has their own ecosystem. For example, it has their own RAM, OS version, different app requirement, etc. If your app doesn't optimize this, optimized for VIDA, or if your UI lags or budget TV, then you lose the living room audience completely. And in Africa, the living room is where your loyalty is built. And finally, coming to the paradox everyone must solve, which is the Africa has one of the highest mobile video consumption rate in the world, yet some of the highest data cost at the same time. A university student, I still remember, he was from Ghana. He told me once that I ration my data the way people ration food. So this is something that we should. It, it's something. It's a message that you should get into it. It's very deep. So users have content, but they cannot afford to burn 3 GB watching one episode altogether. That is what the problem is. And you are also targeting the young generation, youngest media crowd. That is you need to understand there. So if your platform doesn't aggressively optimize the bit rates or compress it intelligently, adaptive streaming or negotiate affordable delivery rates, your audience simply cannot afford you, right? So this isn't just a luxury feature, it is a competitive differentiator there. Now I'll talk about how movie solves the barrier in these African OTT success. This is all about the challenges, but we would like to understand how movie can cater all these things. When it comes to Africa's connectivity, yes, I think we have poll on this as well. So we'll start with the poll and then I'll continue to presenting it. Shubhashish, if you're there, or maybe Madhushmita, if you are there, I just okay. You want me to continue, right? So we are not doing this poll. Perfect. No
No,
worries.
we
Thank you.
have the poll on screen, so
All right. I'll just
viewers have voted for it. We can continue with the presentation.
okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So talking about the movie to solve the barrier of African OTT success, how movie succeeded in this platform. It's that first would be the Africa's connectivity, right? That's the main issue. Now, Africa's connectivity isn't uniform. High speed pockets sit right next to regions with unstable networks. That's why movies doesn't rely on a single delivery path. Our platform is hosted on AWS, right? AWS CloudFront globally. But for Africa, where many operators or broadcasters prefer Akamai due to its strong regional footprint. We offer full multi-CDN flexibility there. The real power is the choice. You are giving them the choice. If a client has their own local CDN, whether it's an ISP backed partner or a telco grade H network, or an in country catching layer, for example, Movie lets them integrate it like directly into your delivery workflow. We have seen platforms like East Africa instantly reduce buffering simply by adding their domestic CDN into movies routing mix. So instead of hoping the network behaves, you deliver a stable and predictable streaming experience every single time. And you should give them a choice. They can have their custom CDN integration. They can use the CDN which is locally popular and locally accommodates. That is how you can give them the choice. Next, coming to the main goal, which is providing a smooth user experience, and that leads to a part of a video playback in 4K, 4K video playback. So African audience loves video. We all loves video. Audiences are meant to be loving the videos and content, but they pay some of the highest mobile data prices in the world. When a user taps play, they don't think about the bitrate ladder or a CDN economics altogether. They just expect the video to run smoothly, whether it is SD, whether it is full of 4K Atmos. But 4K comes with the cost as well. As a streaming provider, we need to understand, and as a partner of yours, we need to understand that there would be like a high quality, higher bitrate, higher data consumption as well. The more data they will consume, the more bandwidth consumption will be there. This is what you need to understand. So if you are not optimizing this balance, you are not you are not doing anything basically. You are either draining your users data or burning through your own delivery bill. This is exactly where movies engineering and partnerships makes the massive differences. Movie uses multi-CDN and multi-bitrate encoding, aggressive adaptive streaming, and bandwidth first compression techniques, which helps OTT platform achieve higher completion rate even in low bandwidth zones. Noticeably, we have noticed like a fewer complaints about the data training as well. And then comes the economic side. What is that? Movie maintains the deep partnership across the multiple CDN and storage vendors. Instead of locking customers into a single mix path, movie negotiate like a best in market infrastructure rates based on monthly usage commitment of yours, because our rates are inversely proportional to the volume. The more you stream, the cheaper it gets. Even small perform platforms can scale like big players without drowning into the infra bills. This is why platforms running on movie can offer high quality playback, even 4K, without passing a cost burden onto the users. The the experience stays premium while the economic stays sustainable. That is what our goal is. Also, you get the transparency for every single consumption. So for example, unlike any other content provider, unlike any other streaming provider, when you see movie is giving you the full transparency on storage data, streaming hours, encoding, that you can see in front of your eyes. Whatever you are seeing, you are paying for that. So transparency is something paramount to movie. First you see, then you pay. Coming to next point, Africa's diversity. When it comes to Africa's diversity market, like it demands more than just a subtitles, to be very honest. Movie provides end-to-end localization, from content tracks to application, uh, UI elements, whether it is their regional languages. It can be anything. It can be Arabic, it can be Hausa, it can be their regional dialects. Platforms can present themselves in the language viewers trust. And one of the West African clients saw a significant jump in engagement simply by launching their, UI in House Up. They have told us. We have got the feedback as well. But the language made it, it's something like it's what it was about the same app, same content, but language made it feel like home. So movie made this transition seamless without any engineering bundle. We support multilingual platform altogether. Coming to the next point, operator billing that basically unlocks Africa's real paying audience. So as I said that telcos in Africa, telcos are the gatekeeper. So telcos are just not the connectivity providers here. They are financial backbone of the digital economy, and movie is built to plug directly into that particular ecosystem. Movie supports seamless operator billing through integration with major carrier billing partners such as MTN, Airtel, Safaricom, Glow, and more, depending on the country's available gateways as well. This means your users can subscribe your content using prepaid or postpaid airtime, then make pay-per-view purchases via SIM balance as well, auto renew without needing cards or wallets or bank accounts, and then pay instantly using a method that already trust. For millions of Africans who don't own a credit card, this changes the whole scenario, the whole game altogether. I want to pay becomes I can pay. That's what we need. And one of our customer from Southern Africa grew their paying subscriber base by almost, like I can tell you, it's like 5 to 6x. We have the numbers, 5 to 6x within the months, because of movie supported integration. There's no fiction, no abundant checkout, just instant conversion from day one itself. The last but not the least is the global OTT market performance. When it comes to Samsung, LG, Roku, any of the TV ecosystem that you see, movies understanding of Africa's market is very unique. It's a unique landscape altogether. So basically, with over 2 million, while talking to the clients and everything, while studying the market, what we get to know is like over 2 million Hisense Vida, like Hisense TV, Vida OS, smart TVs connected in South Africa alone. Ignoring this particular environment means ignoring the living room entirely. So movie solved this early by building a dedicated, optimized Vida OS ecosystem. Instead of treating Vida as an optional platform, we built an entire ecosystem around it. Proper native vida apps, which can be tuned performance for low memory devices, and then fast cold start as well, the proper UI and everything. So this wasn't just another app launch. It was or maybe an ecosystem launch. It was a moment where services finally entered into the living room, and the difference was immediate as well. Families exploring that particular content together on the TV, what not was not just on their phones. The higher it gives you the higher watch time, gives you the better retention, the platform that feels like it belongs on the biggest screen in the house. That is what they are giving you. And because in this particular streaming world, users don't see your CDN routing or maybe a encoding logic. They see the smoothness, they see the quality, they see the ease. Whenever they are your channel is coming um, into their screen, they see the experience, right? That is what matters. And if you are building a serious streaming business, you you should not just only invest it, like you cannot just invest on the content. You have to invest on the engine as well, which is powering it. That is also important part of it. I'll come to the next slide. or why it's not. Okay. So now I'll talk about the movie's powerhouse. So basically, the all-in-one ecosystem, which is Movie One. This is one of our flagship product, and at the heart of Movie One is a single unified system designed to run your entire streaming business, from content to apps, from monetization to reporting, all without juggling to multiple vendors or tools. It becomes with centralized content management where both VOD live, VOD live stream, and then linear channel are handled from a one single powerful dashboard. You can upload, organize, schedule, manage metadata, subtitles, trailer, and entire live event. Everything lives in one place, making operations faster and more reliable. Your front end experience is powered through the movies ecosystem, such as website, mobile application, TV application. The overall ecosystem, currently movie is supporting 16 plus ecosystem. Every user action is like a managed through the granular user and access control, giving you full flexibility over roles, permissions, segments, age restrictions, multiple metadatas, content access rules, and it has like a 600 plus features altogether. When it comes to monetization, it becomes like effortless with movies flexible monetizational models, I would say, which is whether you can run subscription, pay-per-view, advertisement, coupon, or bundles, or it can be like a hybrid setup altogether. Now when it you can just turn them on instantly without need a high tech engineering effort. It's just a low code effort. Now talking to the this decision, like, on the business growth, for example, or a drive growth, to be honest, movie arms you with the advanced analytics. I think this is the most crucial part nowadays, because your analytics and report is basically your transparency. Once you have this transparency, you know who all are watching what content and doing what, in what exactly, in what channels that you are getting the particular audience. So offering a real-time insights into the revenue, watch time, churn patterns, content performance, or active user behavior, it basically helps you grow intelligently. That's definitely movie provides you through the analytics and reporting. Behind all of this complete infrastructure transparency, meaning like you always know like exactly how much storage, bandwidth, and coding you are consuming. So there's, we are giving you foolproof transparency on this, on your infrastructure. There's no hidden surprises, no blind spot. So Movie One is just not the platform, it's a complete operational backbone for your OTT business, built with built to help you launch faster, scale smarter, and monetize without limitations as well. Coming to the next slide, which is the movies platform, which is designed to seamlessly integrate with existing workflow of yours. So for example, if you already have your own ecosystem, own website and everything, this workflow is suitable for that, because you need to understand movie is a API first company. It can integrate with any third party application or any third party platform, upon understanding the complexity of their endpoints. But also what we can do is like, this workflow basically bring your CMS capability, whether you already manage your content through maybe anything like, you have your own ecosystem, a fully custom backend. Movies API and SDK lets you sync everything, the metadata, the videos, the thumbnails, the categories, user tags, directly into the OTT platform, and without rebuilding your stack altogether. And this plug and play flexibility also accelerates multi-device distribution. With movies pre-built infrastructure, you can instantly launch across maybe 16 plus ecosystem: Android TV, Roku TV, Fire TV, multiple mobile application, etc. Ensuring ensuring wide reach like with minimal development and effort. The platforms manages automated content sync through APIs. Of course, we have to sync that, and then user authentication, all this subscription logic, and then like monetization logic, and then DRM analytics across all this environment, giving you the single source of truth while you keep using the CMS that you already have it, right? So that is how it is when it comes to the syncing your all content or syncing your CMS. Next would be the movie live. This is what the live streaming engine is all about. Imagine being able to go live from anywhere, from your studio camera, your phone, your full production setup, or have that stream instantly, reach audiences across web, mobile, TV applications, and that's exactly what movie live is all about, or movie live is built for. A movie live turns any broadcast, whether their studio camera, OBS or VMAX, the third party encoder basically, or even your mobile phone, into professional low latency live streaming experience. You go live and movie handles everything else behind the scenes. Adaptive bitrate streaming through global CDN delivery. You can record your content for the on demand playback as well, and it's an instant playback altogether. Now the experience is just not only the one way. With advanced live chat capability, some of the feature that movie live has, I would say that advanced live chat, that is one of the flexibility, one of the feature. Your audience can react, comment, engage with you in real time, turning every stream into a interactive event, perfect for concerts, maybe fitness sessions, workshops, master classes, or live shopping that is trending nowadays. When it comes to revenue, the platform gives you the flexibility there as well. You can monetize instantly through the pay-per-view model as well, and you don't need any kind of tools or plugins or any other coding for that. You can set your pricing, you can configure your restriction, and let your viewers purchase seamlessly right from your platform, whether you are streaming from your phone on the move, or running a multi-camera production house. Movie live makes it feel effortless. That is very powerful and interactive, and you can monetize. It's ready to monetize from day one as well. Another interesting slide is that movie play out. So, for example, it is something like movie playout is a product that lets you transform your content library into a fully scheduled 24 by 7 linear channel, just like traditional TV network, but with the speed and flexibility of digital, right? Whether you are building a fast channel or recreating live TV experience, the platform gives you a broadcast grade workflow to schedule shows, movies, episodes, playlist with the frame accurate timing. You can insert advertisement as well. We give you the flexibility to monetize with advertisement, and then you can enable the dynamic ad breaks, maximize the revenue across first channel indications, syndications partners as well. Once your channel is ready, syndicate it. You can syndicate it instantly to leading first platforms such as Samsung TV Plus, Roku, Pluto, Sling TV. There are multiple, many more in the industry. Movie play out, or like the output of movie playout, is clean HLS format or is SRT format, and that can be ingested to Movie One for you to, if you want to distribute across multiple ecosystem as well, like your channel, your content, like your mobile application, website, or TV application. That is, it's not limited to only first channel. You can power your live TV experience entirely, like your pre-recorded content, in website, mobile application, and various ecosystem as well. Coming to the interesting slide, this is what the slide I think we should always talk about, and the real scale, the real Africa movie success story in Africa. So across the continent, some of Africa's most ambitious media companies have chosen movie. It's just not only as a technology partner or a vendor, I would say. It's a engine that powers their entire digital future. And here are I'm going to showcasing you some of the, like, it's a three powerful example how African enterprises are using movie to grow faster and monetize faster, build sustainable streaming. And here it is. I'm gonna talk about three of them, starting from the Kawa Media and the Kawa TV, widely known as Kawa TV. They have started their journey in Africa. Now they are broadcasting. Now they are showcasing their platform worldwide. It's not only they are not restricting to Nollywood only. They have introduced multiple regional channels, introduced multiple segments as well. Not only the streaming segment, but also the first channels, networks, and everything. Now, Kava Media. Kava Media is someone is like, I can say is that the media entered, where like Kava Media entered this OTT market with a bold vision. Like, they have a premium African storytelling available across every devices. Plus, they have leveraged full stack going live with all 8+ ecosystem. They have leveraged Movie One for that, like for the full stack VOD, live TV, and website, mobile application, TV application experiences, because movie handle everything from billing to CMS to maybe multi-device experience. The platform not only scaled, but they are giving like a huge user experience. Like, we have got the feedback from them, like it's very important that you give them the user experience, smoothen user experience. So that is they are giving to their end users within first 2 consecutive months. Once they go live, within that consecutive months, Kava recorded almost like 41,000 registration within 41,000 registration, plus maybe it was almost like 8,500 plus paying subscribers. They are running the AceBot monetization. So yeah, that with it's like 8,500 plus paying subscribers, and they are rapidly growing on a monthly watch time curve. Rapid change. We weren't expecting like this huge curve. Their entire subscriber engine, as I said, that it runs on the subscription based monetization with a seamless user management and analytics that provides them to fine tune what Africa actually wants to watch. Today, Kava Media continues to expand regionally and the worldwide as well, and it's a rapid mix of that. Coming to the Ebony Media, Ebony Plus, Ebony One Plus. They are pretty famous in Africa, and they are also going worldwide now. They have built for the mass engagement, I would say. They have adopted a premium African entertainment package for a mobile first audience, using movies content management, billing, app ecosystem, and launched across the mobile wave and living room devices without long deployment of development of cycles or complex infrastructure. Their model is same, the SBOT model, subscription first strategy, allowing them to convert their existing fan base into paying digital viewers quickly. With They are also utilizing the carrier billing options as well. And with movies analytics and multi-device support, Ebony is like scaling steadily and building a highly engaged recurring audience. Now I'm going to talk about uh, the circuits, widely known as circuits TV. So it is a very hype of, it's a bit of, unlike Kava Media or Ebony, circuits pursued a completely different model, which is the TVOD model, pay-per-view model, pay-per-view content, and event driven monetization, I would say. Circuit uses movies for the pivot infrastructure. They have some of the crucial components, which is like affiliate marketing. It's very engaging. They have showcased some of the engaging and interactive features across it. So one of them, it I can tell you, is that the affiliate marketing. Then of course, multiple monetization strategy, they might utilize it later, but they are starting off with the TVOT infrastructure altogether. The device ecosystem, they have launched their solution in 8 plus ecosystem. Then there's advanced reporting, then device ecosystem. This model has allowed them instantly monetize like premium releases instantly, tapping into the audiences of monthly commitments. Movies payment flexibility and scalable delivery that ensures that, circuits can handle sudden spikes, but especially during this, new releases or the major seasonal events. So for that also, movie has given them the dedicated server. That is very important, because if you are growing rapidly and if your audience strength is almost like 200 million, or you are working on billion, you need a server allocation for that. You need a dedicated server for that, and movie gives you that. So yeah, across all three completely different business model, like is VOD, then hybrid, and then the TVOD, movie has enabled African media enterprises to launch faster, scale wider, and monetize deeper. Their growth is like a proof of one thing: when technology adapts to Africa, Africa always accelerates. Yeah, the last slide, last but not the least, is the enterprise grade level security. We have to talk about this because when you are operating at scale, security is just not a feature, it's just a foundation. It's also a foundation, and movie is built with the enterprise grade protection that keeps your platform, your content, your revenue safe from every angle, with multi DRM support, wide wine, play ready, Fireplay. Your videos stay secure in all the devices that you are using. You are showcasing your content. Dynamic watermarkings are there that protects your content from piracy. But you can use geo blocking, VPN detection, that lets you control who sees what and from where. Of course, every stream is secured through the tokenized URLs as well, trusted port protocols, and then payments stay fully protected under PIC compliant system. This is a one side of the story. Then another data side, I would say that movie adheres to local standards, including GDPR, ISO, etc., ensuring your platform meets and exceeds international privacy and global compliances expectations. At the end of the day, the important part is the one thing, that is trust is the currency of the streaming. So it's not about only the great content that you are showcasing to your end user. I understand that great content definitely builds the loyalty for you, and that's a great starter point. But great technology also earns the trust. So if your users don't see the infrastructure behind the scene, and they won't, you can't expect from them to see the infrastructure. When they feel any kind of lag or something, they just blame you. So this is something like you need to understand that your user don't see the infrastructure behind the scene. They only feel the experience that you deliver, basically. So if you are building a, a business, if you are building a streaming business, then don't just invest in content, you have to invest in the engine that powers it. This is very crucial for it. And I'm going to finish it off by this. um, this is Q&A. We can take some Q&As as well, if at all,
Okay,
if we
so
have
let's
anything.
start with the Q&A.
Sure.
I can see questions popping on the screen. So, whatever questions that you have regarding the OTT streaming setup in Africa or in general, you can feel free to ask them through the Q&A box. So let's start with the first question. We have a question that's coming from Edward, and he wants to know that many creators and broadcasters want to scale but struggle with infrastructure and last mile delivery. And how does movies, multi CDN, or the bandwidth optimization help them compete with the other players in the market?
Thank you for the question. um so basically, scaling is something, it doesn't fail because of the content, and it fails because of the infrastructure underneath. The Yeah, but that's the whole part of it, and this is where the movie, quietly comes and becomes the backbone of your success. Most platform is rely on the single CDN, I believe, and the moment that CDN slows down in a particular region, your users see buffering, or maybe fail to play screens. So they don't blame the CDN, they blame you, as I said. And movie solves this with region specific, or a multi-CDN intelligence, I would say. Automatically routing your CDNs through the fastest path available. If Akamai's age is performing best in Africa, then CloudFront may be the one who is performing in Europe. So also we give you the flexibility in custom CDN as well. So if you are using your own CDN, you can optimize a movie as your solution partner as well. So movie picks the best route to tell in a real time without breaking the stream. And on top of it, if I talk about the bandwidth optimization, then it's something like it ensures your users always get the best possible quality. In fact, you are using the 4K encoding or playback without burning their data, or delivering the cost. Movie like gives the smaller content creators the same delivery muscles that global giant use, without needing a massive infra team or like a investment, your deep pockets, for example. That is, I can tell you. Yeah.
I hope this answers your question. The next question is coming from Dennis, and he wants to know any opportunity for verticals and when will that be available?
Yes, of course. We are operating the verticals, and if you are talking about the vertical players, like I believe it, you are talking about the Real Shot platform, and we are operating that. We are already halfway through. We have 80% built in ready. What we need is like a credit system, some of the vertical player, like a admin side of vertical player. That the 15% of it is something like we are working on it. We will soon be live, but if you have a dedicated timeline for that, I would request you that get in touch with Movie, because we are definitely offering one thing, that is that we can have a commitment, we can go for a commitment basis, and then we can get it delivered to you within 8 weeks. That is what we are looking for. But yeah, we can definitely discuss about it later, but this is what the scenario as of now.
Okay, the next question is from Peter. I hope this answered your question, Dennis. Also, the next question from Peter, he wants to know how to reach the regional content leads in Africa regarding sports videos and sports when we are actually based in Europe.
There are, Peter. There are multiple agencies. We are partnered with some of the agencies when it comes to the content. Who provides the content basically with copyrights and content licensing. I can give you some of the names. You can directly get in touch with me. And other than that, there are agencies that you can borrow if you are not, of course, if you are not producing the content, there are agencies who can, you can definitely borrow some of the content from them. But I can definitely give you some of the names. Do get in touch with me on that note. Thank you for the question though.
Right. So next question is coming from Reguilo, and he wants to know what kind of training and documentation is available for the internal team. Like, what are the SLA team terms for the uptime, incident response, and platform maintenance?
Thank you so much for this question. Thank you so much. This is a very crucial point, guys, when it comes to the SLA time or the support services. What I can tell you is that when it comes to the support angle, it varies to plan basis which plan you are in. But our very predominant support, I would say, it's a basic support that we provide you is the chat support. And then the support ticket, you can raise support ticket and we will be like 24 by 7 down the clock, we will definitely give you the answers. But apart from that, we have a VIP support criteria as well. And also we have a SLA metrics: high, critical, high, medium, low performer, right? So when you discuss with us, we give you the scope of work with every single stuff, like our SLM metrics and everything, so that whatever whatever affecting your revenue is critical to us. So I'm going to give you the exact brief and description about all these things, but it is already there. We work on the SLM metrics, and this is what we followed by. Thank you for the question though. Yeah.
Okay, so we have two questions, Dipanwita, from Dennis. So I'll
Yeah.
just tell you both of them. So the first question is, can you give more information on how Movie is partnered with the telcos for our platforms, and is it a monetization option currently? The second question is regarding the micro dramas, which is verticals. What monetization opportunities does Movie give for such platforms, and also how will those platforms be linked for the telco or telecom based billing?
Right. Thank you so much, Janice, for these questions. So, in detail, if I talk about when it comes to the telcos, the partnership, we already partnered with couple of telecoms. When it comes to MTN, Airtel, or Safaricom, and there are multiples. So, we already partnered with them. What this is one way, right? There's a bifurcation, bifurcation. If you want a carrier billing, as you already know, that we have a built-in payment gateways, right? Now if you want a career billing option, you can go through us, or elsewhere you can just directly, if you have a direct partnership with them, that is another point of view, like you can deal with them directly. But if you are going through with movie solution, then I would say that we already have the partnership base. You can definitely talk to us about this, and we need to understand your vision first, what exactly you are trying to introduce in your platform, so that we can advise you accordingly. But we are already partnered with some of the telcos and the providers as well. Coming to your next question, that is the microdrama platform, the monetization. Currently Movie is very flexible with the monetization. As I said, that we already have the 600 plus features in Movie One, and we will be releasing this microdrama platform or a feature with Movie One as well. It would be a premium feature. But what I can tell you is that the monetization, if I talk about the subscription, pay-per-view, advertisement, freemium model, or a hybrid model, it is already part of it, coupon, voucher, etc. But what makes it like it's differentiate the actual scenario is the credit based system. So that is what we call it, the coin based system. Mostly the drama box or a real short like platform, they use this. And we will be, as I said, that in that particular 15% of that we are developing, it will include the template for the template, like real short like template. And then it would be like a vertical player, and then the coin based system that is quite popular nowadays when it comes to the microdrama. So we will be doing that, and we'll be releasing it soon. Thank you so much, Dennis, for the question.
All right, that was the last question for the evening. Thank you, Dipanwita, for this wonderful session. And This is for all our audiences. Movie keeps conducting such webinars on a monthly regular basis. And for more information about our next webinar, you feel free to follow our social media channels and also our website. Thank you everyone for joining the webinar. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Have a good one, guys.